Have you ever felt paralyzed by fear? Like no matter how hard you try, negative thoughts creep in and take over. You're not alone. But what if I told you that fear is not as powerful as it seems? Today, we're going to expose fear for what it really is and show you how to break free. Fear is like a shadow. It looks bigger than it really is. But here's the secret. Fear only has power when we give it power. In this episode, we'll dive into the truth about fear and how it works, why negative thoughts seem stronger than positive ones, and biblical and psychological ways to take control of your mind. Fear is a lie. Let's break free. Fear tricks your brain into thinking danger is everywhere. It hijacks your mind, making problems seem worse than they are. Science calls this the negativity bias. Our brains naturally focus on what could go wrong rather than what could go right. But God says otherwise. His word tells us to fear not over 365 times in the Bible, one for every single day of the year. The Bible tells us, "For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind." That means fear does not come from God. If God didn't give it to you, then it's an unwanted guest in your life. The enemy uses fear as a weapon to hold us back, but faith is stronger. Psychologists say that our thoughts shape our reality. If you constantly feed your mind with fear, it grows. But if you train your mind to focus on faith and positivity, fear loses its grip. This aligns perfectly with Proverbs 23 verse 7. As a man thinks in his heart, so is he. So, what are you thinking about? Fear and faith are two sides of the same coin. Fear believes in the worst. Faith believes in the best. The question is, whose report will you believe? Will you believe the enemy's lies that say you're not good enough, that you'll fail, that things will never change? Or will you believe God's promises that say you are more than a conqueror, that He has plans to prosper you, that He will never leave you nor forsake you? The Israelites in the Bible had this same choice. When they reached the promised land, 12 spies went in. 10 came back with fear, saying the giants are too big. But 2, Joshua and Caleb, chose faith, saying our God is bigger. Who was right? The ones who believed in fear never entered the land. But Joshua and Caleb, who believed God's report, walked into their blessing. Job said, "The thing I greatly feared has come upon me." His fears attracted the very thing he dreaded. This is a warning. What we focus on, we empower. But here's the good news. Job didn't stay in fear. When he shifted his focus back to God, everything he lost was restored double. If fear has stolen from you, get ready, because faith can bring it back in abundance. Words have power. The Bible says, "Death and life are in the power of the tongue." Replace "I can't" with I can do all things through Christ. Speak life over your situation. Take control of your thoughts. Instead of, what if I fail? Ask, what if I succeed? Romans 12, verse 2 tells us to be transformed by the renewing of your mind. How? By feeding on God's promises instead of fear. Fear fades when you take action. Do it afraid. Fear will never fully disappear. But courage is moving forward anyway. Just like Peter walking on water, he stepped out in faith. And as long as he kept his eyes on Jesus, he didn't sink. Your story matters. Have you ever overcome fear? How did you do it? Share in the comments. Your words might inspire someone else to break free. Like, share and subscribe. Turn on notifications so you don't miss the next episode. Remember, fear is a lie. Faith is the truth. Choose faith. Choose freedom.